Hey, I'm John, and this is Word, the videos where we take the Bible one chapter and one day at a time. We are now past the halfway point of Genesis in chapter 26. Through 35 verses, there's a severe famine in Canaan, and the Lord instructs Isaac and his household to temporarily relocate to Philistine territory in Gerar. Once there, God tells him not to continue on to Egypt, and then blesses them in verse 3. Live here as a foreigner in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. I hereby confirm that I will give all these lands to you and your descendants, just as I solemnly promised Abraham your father. Isaac follows in his father's footsteps and lies about his wife being his sister. This is very much reminiscent of previous events, only this time there's no legitimate excuse except pure cowardice. The king Abimelech finds out and in turn confronts Isaac. The frustrated king takes the same explanation about fears, retribution because of Rebekah's beauty, and Abimelech issues a decree prohibiting anyone from even touching the married couple. On a side note, I don't think we're talking about the same Abimelech that was connected with Abram over 60 years previous. It would likely be a son or a grandson, or it could be that it's just the title that the Philistines gave their kings. It could also be that there was no relation and the Philistines were just very unimaginative in naming royalty. Either way, the king must have had some awareness about what had happened between the previous Abimelech and Abraham. He cuts Isaac loose, and Isaac begins to dig wells and prosper under the Lord's blessing. Out of spite, the Philistines begin to fill in the wells of Isaac and the ones that Abraham made back in the day. Isaac keeps digging them anyway. It gets to a point where Abimelech tells Isaac he has had enough of his prosperity and tells him to get out. The territory isn't big enough for the two of them, as we see in verse 16. Finally, Abimelech ordered Isaac to leave the country. Go somewhere else, he said, for you have become too powerful for us. Isaac and his family pick up their tents and move to Beersheba, where the Lord blesses him again and confirms his covenant. In another striking similarity to the events, timing, and places of Abraham, Abimelech and his army commander, Pichol, shows up here to acknowledge the Lord's hand on Isaac and to make a peace treaty with him, which they do and leave on good terms. Carrying on, the twins have become men, and Esau marries two local women in verses 34 and 35. At the age of 40, Esau married two Hittite wives, Judith, the daughter of Beri, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon. But Esau's wives made life miserable for Isaac and Rebekah. While it is hard to tell what exactly that means, it could be customs, culture, heritage, attitude, personalities, and very likely also religious practices. It might all be part of what leads Esau away from his family and his brother. But the final straw in the schism between the fraternal twins will come when Jacob steals Esau's blessing from their dad. He now wants his brother dead, but that will be tomorrow in Genesis 27. Until then, Word.